be in here somewhere.
Stay still for a minute and listen.
Meow. Up here.
Let me go. Those boards look pretty rotten.
I'll be okay. You stay here, just in case.
You all right, Gaby?
I put my foot through the boards. It got stuck.
Let's have a look. If I push this board down...
Ouch!
Sorry. You know, this is a girl trap. Joe Two Rivers couldn't have done it better.
I feel silly. It doesn't even hurt if I don't move. But I just can't get it out.
Well, it's easy. I'll just beat it down to the ranger headquarters and borrow a saw. Be back in 10 minutes, okay?
Sure.
Stick around. I'll open the door and let in some light.
Brought the mail, George, including some for his lordship, alias Major Nigel Keeley. G-C-O-B-E, whatever that means.
George Cross and Order of the British Empire. They're both decorations, and nobody gets them for nothing.
And don't be rude about your cousin Nigel.
Well, why not? I've heard you say what you think about him.
That's different.
Oh, what's he been doing now, Pete?
He's been telling us how to build a birch bark canoe. Cousin Nigel from Surrey, England. Aero glue, old boy. No need to boil down spruce gum or deer fat nowadays.
Well, aero glue would work pretty well.
Yeah, well, spruce gum and a little fat's been doing pretty good for a long time. Well, I told him that, and you know what he said?
You tell us.
But it makes a disgusting smell, old boy.
Well, he could be right. How'd he get here, anyway?
He's a successful stockbroker. Lives in Surrey, about 30 miles out of London, England. Commutes to the city 5 days a week in a bowler hat, derby to you, and an umbrella. He was in New York on business, and he thought he'd come up and say hello to his nearest relatives.
Too bad.
That's enough, Pete.
Okay, I guess he's not a bad guy.
A couple of days ago, he was teaching me how to ride.
Oh, no.
Yeah, seems I've been using too long a stirrup leather ever since I joined the RCMP.
I suppose he can ride.
Oh, sure. English hunting style, I guess. It's not for me, but it works all right. As a matter of fact, it works darn well.
You know, that's the trouble. If he could just be wrong, 100% wrong, just for once. Everything all right, Joe?
Why you don't use nylon fishing line, old boy? Why do you keep using gut, old boy? You want to know, old boy? Because my father used it, because my grandfather used it, because my great-grandfather used it.
Okay, Joe, calm down. Everything's gonna be all right. Hey, Dobby.
Yeah, George?
Can you fix it so that my cousin gets a cable saying he's wanted back in England on urgent business?
Sure.
Go right ahead. Well, what's your complaint?
Can I borrow a saw? Gaby's put her foot through the floor in old McGillivray's barn.
My cousin have anything to do with it?
Major Keeley? No, he wasn't there.
Well, that makes a change. Gaby isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's okay. Just got her foot caught. All I need is a saw.
Here, will this do?
Fine.
Come on, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Your move.
Hello, Peter. Hello, young Mike.
Hi, Mr. Keeley.
You look like a couple of chaps in a hurry. Want to live?
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Hop in. place has seen better days.
It's been abandoned for months. Belonged to an old farmer named McGillivray.
A farmer?
Well, he used to do a little farming, a little poaching, a little bit of everything, I guess. Gaby's in there.
Hi, fellas. I got the cat, Mike. We made friends just after you left.
You okay, Gaby?
Sure. I just feel silly.
Do you want any help?
This floor's pretty bad. The less weight on it, the better.
Okay.
Hello, Ducky.
Hi, Major Keeley. I guess I seem just to put my foot in it.
Not to worry.
Everybody does. Some guys more than others.
Hold it, Mike.
We finish in a couple of minutes.
Just hold it. Chub, grab Topper.
Hey, Topper. Come here, Topper.
Peter, come over here. All right, far enough.
What gives? Dynamite.
What kind of poaching did this character do? What's his name? McGillivray.
Well, once in a while he used to throw a stick of the stuff into the river. George knew about it. He was awfully mad, but he never caught him.
Pity.
Well, dynamite's all right. You can handle it quite safely as long as it isn't capped and fused.
Not this lot.
Why not?
See this? This sometimes happens when it gets overaged or isn't properly stored.
Well, what is it?
Nitroglycerin. It's touchy stuff. Drop something onto it, or rub a little grit into it with your fingertip, and up she goes.
And us?
We join the feathered choir, old boy. I think we ought to tell George about this.
We've got to get Gaby out first. We can't leave her here.
Not yet. All in good time.
Yeah, we've got to get her out.
How?
It'll only take a couple of minutes.
You start sawing up there, and we don't know what's going to fall down. We don't know what the inside of this box is like, either. Except that it's soaked in nitroglycerin. If something inside it rolls...
Okay. I'll get the message.
Look, I want you to go up and tell George. I'll give you a list of the things I need.
There's the walkie-talkie outside of Gaby's bicycle.
Good stuff. Go outside and start using it at once. And take Chub and Topper. Come down quietly, Mike. Be a good chap and don't drop that saw or anything. Easy does it. Keep moving. I expect you heard what Peter and I were saying. Good. Now look, I'm just going outside to talk to George on the radio. And then I'm coming back. All right? You know what I really think we've got in this box? Just a leaky old can of lubricating oil. Looks exactly the same.
Major Keeley, would you take the cat, please?
Well, that's what he said. I just don't know. Maybe I ought to talk to him. Oh, hold on. Here he is. George.
George, old boy, we seem to have a problem.
Pete told me, but are you quite sure you know what you're talking about?
I can't be quite sure this is what I think it is. Not without stamping on it. I have a charming house in Surrey and a very nice Rolls Bentley. Besides, there's Gaby. So if it's all the same to you, dear boy, I'd rather not.
Hold it. I think I've hurt his feelings. But he could be 100% wrong this time.
He could be 100% right, too. I'll talk to him. Major Keeley, Sergeant Scott.
Now, I'm the inspector of explosives for this area, and I'm going to treat this as an emergency.
Please do nothing till I arrive and keep everybody well back from the building in question. Understood?
Understood.
Jolly good. Over and out.
I say, you might bring me some bales of hay, a new pair of rubbers, a pair of rubber gloves, housewife type, plenty of cardboard boxes, and plenty of cloth. Shirts, towels, anything. And a couple of gallons of paraffin.
Of what?
I beg your pardon. Kerosene. The French call it petrol. All very confusing.
Well, you must be cracked, old boy.
The same to you, old boy. Pete, you see that hill? You three get behind it and stay there. And don't let anyone come any closer in the truck. Not even the inspector of explosives. Understood?
Well, yeah, but...
Good. Over and out.
Let's go.
Come on, Topper.
Suppose this turns out to be an empty box.
It could.
Why should this old character, McGilvery, have a box of dynamite?
Well, he wouldn't have it legally, but you told me yourself you thought he might be using it for poaching fish.
Where would he get it?
Could have stolen it. Didn't he work for a time up on the new highway at Pine Forks? Joe, will you pick these things up at the store and meet us at my car, okay? I've got a hunch Cousin Nigel knows what he's talking about.
Why?
And all those things he asked for, they're in the manual. That'd be quite a coincidence if he just happened to have a manual with him, wouldn't it?
It sure would. But that guy's capable of anything. Let's go and find out.
Major Keeley,
Hello? You still there?
I've been watching you. I guess you've done this before.
157 times, old girl, if you really want to know.
While you were a soldier.
During the war. Long before you were born.
Is that how you got the George Cross?
Well, actually, that was for rather a large bomb somebody found under St. Paul's Cathedral. London, you know. Shall I tell you what we're going to do with this lot?
Yes, please.
Well, first we mop this stuff up with rags soaked in paraffin. Kerosene, I mean. And then we take the top off and look inside. Just to see if there's anything there before we move it. Then we pick it up rather carefully and carry it out into the middle of a field. After that, we set fire to it and go and have a cup of tea.
Sounds pretty easy like that.
Nothing to it, Ducky. Unless you're wearing hobnail boots. Oh, here come the Marines.
What Marines?
Well, the inspector of explosives, anyhow.
There's some bales of hay in the truck, fellas. Get them out and stay behind them.
Let's go, Brian.
Now, you stay here, George. This is my business. Hi, Gaby.
Hi.
There it is. You got steel cleats on your boots, old boy?
You could be right. Well, this is my job from here on. You understand that?
Done it before?
Have you?
Oh, once or twice. Wartime stuff, of course. And this is commercial, a little different. The idea's the same.
Well, we can get an expert up.
How long would that take?
4 or 5 hours, depending on luck.
Too long. This place has been disturbed. Little bits of it are starting to fall down. Besides, Gaby's getting bored.
You sure you can do it?
Nobody can be quite sure in this game. Not even the experts.
I'll have those things you asked for in the truck. I'll get them down to you.
I just hope he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, so do I.
You took quite a risk.
I took a risk.
What makes you think he can fix it? Did he say he could?
No, but I have a hunch he's been, just being a little modest.
Modest, Nigel?
Cousin Nigel.
How's it coming?
Oh, we're still here, Ducky. I always think that's a very good sign. Anyone there? Well, we all gone home to tea. Sergeant?
Yes.
I've got the floor cleaned up quite nicely. Shouldn't give any trouble. Now I'm going to open up this box of tricks and see what's inside. All right?
Hold it, Major. Couldn't that cause friction? Isn't that what sets this stuff off? Look, do you have to open it?
No option, old boy. If he keeps his blasting caps in here, along with his other little toys, I want to know about it before I start picking the darn thing up. Over and out. Head down and fingers in the ears, Ducky. All right, Gaby. You can relax now.
I didn't hear a thing.
Oh, it wasn't very loud. Rather disappointing, I thought. Sergeant?
Yes.
I could use a pail of water.
I'll be right down with it.
Send Joe with it.
Now, wait a minute, Major. I can't ask...
Over and out, old boy.
Well, I guess you must be pretty brave.
Oh, I don't know.
Talking to Sergeant Scott like that. I bet that box is empty.
I never argue with a lady. Let's just say it's not full, shall we?
Too many people around here, old boy.
I have an insatiable curiosity, and I just can't keep out of trouble. What do you want Joe for?
Moccasins. If somebody's going to stamp around with me in there.
Yeah, you could be right. Anything in the box?
About 70 dynamite cartridges. 4 of them fused with blasting caps and short fuses, all ready for use. Seems to me the old chap who lived here was inclined to be a little careless.
70. Could that include Indian River if anything goes wrong? It's about a mile from here.
Could break a lot of windows. Shall we go?
I'm going to hand you 4 blasting caps, Joe. Wrap them in wet cloth, and then lay them carefully in one of those boxes, all right? Okay.
Why you wear gloves, old boy?
Nitroglycerin gets through the skin, gives you a shocking headache. Engorgement of the red blood corpuscles. Why you don't use nylon line, old boy?
I'll tell you before. My father used guts. My grandfather.
My grandfather used the carriage and pair. But he could have given his eye teeth for my Bentley.
Okay. Maybe I'll try nylon. Someday.
Do, old chap. There's nothing like progress. Moderation. That's the last one. Now, take them outside and lay them down somewhere. Can't do much harm now, but don't drop them.
Okay. You bring this out, huh?
Yeah. That's all we've got to do now. There's just one small problem. The bottom of this box and the floor underneath it are still soaked with nitroglycerin. Got to be lifted straight up. One little sideways movement and we've all been wasting our time. You and the sergeant get under cover, eh? Last stage, Ducky. Soon have you out.
Okay. You know something? In kind of way, it's been fun.
You're quite a girl, sweetheart.
Want any help?
No. Where does this trail go?
Nowhere. It ends up in the field.
Any animals or people?
I've cleared the whole area.
Good. Don't follow me. I'm still a bad risk.
You know what I'm gonna do?
You tell me.
I think I'm gonna start using nylon fishing line. Even if I don't like it.
I left it in the middle of the field. You and I can go back later and burn it. No problem. But first, I'd like a cup of tea.
Well, isn't tea rather bad for the nerves, old boy?
Are you busy tonight, Nigel?
Not that I know of, Pete.
We're having a ceremony at the fort we'd like you to attend. We're electing this year's honorary president. Like to come along?
Oh, delighted, old boy.
I've got a cable here for Major Keeley.
For me?
Darby, give it here. It's a mistake.
Look, George, it's the cable,
It's a mistake. Wife seriously ill. Return at once. It's got to be a mistake. Cousin Nigel doesn't have a wife. Didn't you know that?
Well, guess it must be for you, George.
I don't have one either. Don't you remember, old boy?